extraordinary, remarkable,
outstanding, remarkable,
astonishing, remarkable,
astounding, remarkable.
Remarkable Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation was established on 2nd January 2020 by a 6-year clinical experience senior physiotherapist.
He felt that his and his fellow sports rehabilitator and sports scientist colleagues from the previous workplace potential was being suppressed. It's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut.
Therefore, after they left the previous workplace, the senior physiotherapist started to open up his dusty blueprint and decided to unleash his and his fellow co-workers' potential by marrying to his now wife. Yes, he calls the clinic his wife.
Of course, he invited one of his ex-interns, who was coincidentally unemployed after she has completed her studies. And while waiting for the clinic's renovation to be completed, they have already started lugging around their 10+ kg portable bed, excluding the equipment, from house to house to provide physiotherapy services. Definitely don't miss that at all.
Meanwhile, they also started to do a lot of operation planning and also equipment huntings, which require a lot of researches and testing, which means it's like a never-ending of meeting with our current director and also meeting from house to pubs. Meeting.
This was our daily life for 3 months until my beautiful wife, our physical clinic, was ready. Since then, our objective will be solely focused on elevate patients' function and overall well-being so that they can successfully resume to their lifestyle and daily life.
Addressing more than just physical pain, they are also experienced in a wide range of health conditions, not limited to pain, injury, and chronic diseases or disorders through a holistic and patient-centered approach.
Working hand in hand with our patients, we focus on delivering sustainable physiotherapy and rehabilitation that can restore and maintain mobility and functional ability, while preventing further damage and injuries in any stage of life.
Other than providing treatments and rehabilitation according to patient's condition, I am also in charge of the operational side of the company. I directly manage the operational flow and also conduct metrics monitoring of the facilities. Other than that, marketing and public relations is also part of my responsibility.
As a sports scientist, my main role in the clinic is to conduct performance analysis, which includes general fitness testing and sport-related testing. Besides that, I'm also in charge of planning out advanced rehabilitative program and also in charge with logistics that includes surface accounting and ensuring all equipments in the clinic are well equipped and safe.
As a physiotherapist, it is my responsibility to assess most of our clients and decide the best management for them, be it purely physiotherapy management or for further rehabilitation under the sports rehabilitator or sports scientist. I'm also in charge of the training side for both my colleagues and any incoming interns. So I will need to ensure that everyone are familiar with the treatment and rehabilitation equipment that we use in the clinic. At the same time, to arrange and oversee the training schedule for the interns in regards to the topics and skills that they need to learn while in the clinic.
So for the challenge that I face for this year, the first thing first that definitely will be sales. Sales wise, during this pandemic is really tricky for me, as it doesn't have a proper projection and it always have a fluctuation. Sometimes at this month you might think that you are earning, but due to the pandemic, next moment the government will announce that you lock down, then that is where your sales are going to hit to a slump phase. The second challenge that I have encountered is that with this kind of sales that I'm facing right now, definitely cash flow is another thing that I'm facing all the time. The reason that why cash flow is so important in this business as well, first thing first, you always need to think of how to pay your overhead costs, including your staff salary, rental, and also your suppliers, because if you pay off everything, sometimes that your bank might shows not a very positive sign. Another challenge that I have faced in terms of during this pandemic, definitely it will be team dynamism. So the team dynamism at which I was referring is that due to the uncertainty that in this COVID-19 phase, some of us or even everyone in this market, they always tend to have that mindset or psychological factor that they will feel that, will I get X at the next moment? This is the thing that I will need to play on, and I need to motivate and uplift them. I'll give them a certain answer that I will ensure that they will remain in this facility as per usual.
One of my many challenges in this clinic is actually the space constriction. There was once where client actually walked out unsatisfied, not because of our skills, not because of anything else, but because of our space. Our clinic is actually 600 something square feet, which is actually small for a clinic, but I think she should actually focus on our skills instead of the space of the clinic. Although our clinic is small, but this actually challenged us to create out different kind of rehabilitations according to our clients without having any equipments. Another challenge is where people are actually having misconception about sports rehabilitator. This is because sports rehabilitator is actually not a well-developed and also underexposed profession in Malaysia.
One of the biggest challenges that I face while working in the clinic is generating sales, because I'm not the first person who sees them when they seek for treatment. Normally, I only handle them during their later phase of rehabilitation. And this is very frustrating because during that phase, they normally feel no pain or there's no discomfort already, which makes them think that they really don't need to continue their rehabilitation process. They need to know the importance of completing a whole rehabilitation process before that we can discharge them. Because in order for us to discharge them, we need to really make sure that they are really having low to no risk of reoccurrence of injury or that condition. If not, they will still come back and complain us regarding of their same condition again and again.
There were quite a few challenges for me since it was my first year working as a fresh graduate. I felt that I had a lot of skills or even knowledge that I had to really brush up. At the same time, since working, I have also realized that my lecturers could not prepare me enough for the real world. Because of that, I had to look up for different information and even different conditions so that I can give my very best to each of my clients to resolve their issues. At times, I also felt inadequate or even inferior to my teammates as they had more work experience than me too. And since recently we have been getting more clients, so my hands has also been overused. So I had to know when to rest and allow it to recover so that it does not affect my client's treatment. At the same time, learning how to decompress after seeing my clients so that I don't get burnout or even exhausted easily. Since taking over the training site for the interns, and because of our busy schedules, I was also concerned that I would not be able to have enough time to teach or even demonstrate the wrong thing to them. And since starting our YouTube channel, I also had to learn from scratch how to do our filming and video editing for all our video contents.
The first thing that I'm always proud of is that the retaining power that I've acquired. During this pandemic, no matter how bad is the company might be facing, or in this industry that what we are facing right now, I will still ensure that all of my staff will still work under me. Second thing that I would like to say about in terms of achievement, I think that this will include myself and also my team effort. Even though pandemic that we are facing right now, the quality in this clinic will be as per usual and as per consistent. Because the thing is that sometimes that due to the pandemic, it might disturb their way of performing their professional skills on the patient as well. And the third thing that this is my personal achievement, I feel that in this COVID-19 phase, I face plenty kind of challenges. Every day that I have this kind of uncertainty, it trains my mentality to another different level. So one thing that I feel that I'm very proud of is that I'm always certain my decision, no matter how bad is the situation right now.
One of my biggest achievements that I faced in year 2020 is that I have managed to change my client's mindset from doubtful to recognition. There's actually this one client that she insisted for my boss to treat her because she doesn't really trust my profession, or she doesn't trust my skill or knowledges. And now I managed to actually treat her, and she was actually very happy about it. After she finishes her session, she actually wrote me like this very long testimonial, which include in like some hearts and loves, this and that, and it actually made me really happy. Another achievement that I have faced in year 2020 is actually the pandemic. I am really glad that I'm still here until this day, bearing all the stresses, all the ups and downs along with this company and my colleagues.
One of the biggest achievements that I achieved is that I managed and trained a district volleyball player that suffered from an ankle sprain. She sprained her ankle less than a month before competition, and she has difficulty in walking, let alone competing. So, along with my colleague, we managed to reduce her swelling and pain in the first 2 weeks. In the following 2 weeks, we focused on training her proprioception, balancing, and also strengthening of the ankle. And during the competition, the whole team managed to get first runner-up in the district competition. So that really made my day, and I feel very motivated to continue my role as a sports scientist in this clinic.
Amidst my challenges, I've also come to realize that I can now see more conditions without it being too daunting. Since getting more confidence in myself, especially keeping my clients on track with their treatment goals, and being able to resolve their issues or even manage them better. Also, the feedback from my clients has been helpful, especially in guiding me to the right direction for their treatments and management, and also helping me to improve so that I can give my best to them. Since seeing so many more clients, I'm now able to handle more difficult or even demanding clients with more patience and also empathy. And it was quite comforting to know that every intern that have left here, that they were at least able to gain a good experience over here and able to showcase their skills or even their knowledge while they are being placed over here. Also, in the past 6 months, we have been able to consistently push out videos every 2 weeks since May, and has only recently slowed down these past few months to once a month since our caseload was getting heavier. And even in this long 6 months, it was quite satisfying for us to know that some of you actually found our videos interesting, and you even managed to learn something from it. And so we will continue to do our best to push out better, interesting content. So do comment your interest, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos too.
This will be the moment of truth. The plan for 2021. The main priority for 2021 will be offering a slightly improved contract to all of my staff, which will want to show that I really wanted to be as caring as I can to all of them, because during this pandemic itself, they didn't ditch me away or to go to somewhere else, which I think that up to this stage is my time that to repay to their faith on me. And the second point that I gonna do is that I will do the clinic expansion, which will be I gonna rent the segment behind, because as this shop is just about 612 square feet, and the moment that I have rent and also the renovate behind of this shop, it will be about 1,800 square feet of the clinic. So which means that clinic expand, more space, more bed, and we're able to take in more clients to ensure that able to elevate their functions and also to improve their overall well-being as well. And with the expansions has been take place, the most important part, I will try myself to bring in the isokinetic machine, which means that the exercise equipment that you'll be doing with your own action, it also shows you some certain statistics. It shows that the accuracy and the precision and how good that you are doing. With that, that is my expansion of 2021.